Hello and welcome. I'm Natalie. Let's talk about money. So today we're diving into a topic that could open the doors to home ownership for many. That's buying a home through manual underwriting. Now, if you face challenges securing a mortgage due to a lack of credit history or unique financial circumstances, like being a full-time YouTuber, for example, this video is for you. So we're going to explore how manual underwriting works and why it might be the right path for you to try. So first, we have to, of course, start off by understanding what manual underwriting actually is. So unlike the automated systems that many lenders use just to approve or deny mortgage applications, manual underwriting involves an actual person, an actual underwriter, which is amazing, right? Not a system. And that manual underwriter or that underwriter reviews your financial situation in detail to approve or deny your application. So this process allows for a more personalized assessment, considering factors that automated systems just might overlook and just won't look at all. So please give the video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Let's get back to the manual underwriting. So the question is, why would you need to consider manual underwriting? So here's a few scenarios that, where the manual underwriting might be beneficial. Let's count, first of all, let's count how many times I say manual underwriting. Okay, let's see how many times. So first, if you have limited or no credit history. Now, if you haven't built up a substantial credit history, perhaps due to preferences for cash transactions, the way you should be buying stuff, or just being new to credit. Maybe you're young and you haven't delved into any type of credit situations where you're trying to finance stuff. Automated systems may not have enough data to assess your credit worthiness, and therefore you would be denied. So manual underwriting, that's number 5, I think. Manual underwriting can evaluate alternative credit data, such as rent and utility payment histories, to figure out if you can be approved for a mortgage. Also, if you're self-employed or if you have a regular income, for those who are self-employed, like if you are a creator on YouTube, for example. So for those who are self-employed or have income that doesn't fit into the standard categories, manual underwriting allows lenders to consider the full picture of your financial stability, not just a credit score. Okay, it looks at everything. And then also for those who have past financial challenges. So if you face some financial hardships that impacted your credit score, but you've since recovered from those hardships, manual underwriting can take into account your recent financial behavior and your current stability. So if you've proved in the last year that you've paid all your bills on time and have a sense of what to do with your money and where to put it, manual underwriting can be a big benefit in those situations. Now, while exact figures vary, industry reports suggest that approximately 10 to 15% of mortgage loans are approved through the manual underwriting process. So manual underwriting can increase your interest rate, so keep that in mind, but be prepared, because if you're not prepared, you definitely are going to sign up for a higher rate. If you are prepared, you can help lower your rate no matter what, whether you're going regular mortgage or manual underwritten mortgage, or loan, I should say. So before applying for any type of mortgage, no matter how you apply, you should pay off your debt so that you're prepared and you have the money available to pay for the home you're wanting to buy. You should be able to provide a good history of your on-time payments, like your rent if you're paying rent, and like your utility bills if you have water and electric and gas or whatever through your city. Those on-time payments to your utility bill, to your utility companies. And then also, perhaps most importantly, I don't know if it's most important, but it is important to save a large down payment. The larger your down payment, no matter how you have a mortgage, the larger the down payment, the lower the interest rate, which typically means then that the lower the payment is going to be. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at a practical example. So I requested a practical example, and this is what I was given, okay? So imagine Jane, because we all know people named Jane. I actually do, because it was a woman back in must have been the 90s that was a horse I was going to say horse trader. She was not a horse trader. She was a horse enthusiast, and her name was Jane. And so I love you, Jane. I don't know if she wouldn't see my video, but somehow if she did, Jane. So we're going to imagine Jane, a self-employed graphic designer with a limited credit history. So this is the person we're going to use. So she earns about $80,000 annually and prefers using cash instead of credit and has minimal credit usage. So she has very little credit history in the system. So automated systems might flag her as a risk due to insufficient credit data. However, through manual underwriting, Jane is able to provide the documents that prove that she is credit worthy. So she can provide 12 months of on-time rent payments. She can provide 12 months of utility bills paid consistently and on time. And then she can also provide bank statements that show she has regular income deposits, she has a growing savings account, or she just has money in the bank. She's not overdrawn every month or every other month. She's showing that she has money in the bank and knows how to pay her bills on time. So by evaluating these factors, the lender can determine that Jane is a responsible borrower and approves her mortgage application. So this example comes from Experian, the Experian credit report. So, if you search online, you can find examples of how people have used manual underwriting and how they've gotten approved. Now, it's important to know that manual underwriting does typically require more documentation and typically does take a little bit longer than automated processes, mostly because it is manual and it's not automated. Of course, when something is manual, it takes a little bit longer. So you can't be in a rush to buy a home. You have to, give time to get approved. Now, the personalized assessment can be invaluable for those who don't fit the typical borrower mold and don't, have that big, long credit history of using credit cards for the last 30 years, which you shouldn't be doing. But anyway, so if you're considering this route, basically just start by gathering the data that you're going to need. So you're going to need your proof of income, maybe your tax returns or your 1099s and your 1099s, I should say, or maybe just your standard paycheck stubs. Typically, they're going to want tax returns, though, because that shows a full year at a time. And then also the evidence of consistent rent and utility payments. So gather those bills together and show that you've paid your bills, which typically you can show in a bank statement. So if you can provide many months worth of bank statements. These days, do we get statements in the mail anymore? Not usually, but you can request them. You can request bank statements be mailed to you, or you can go online and print them out yourself, which is probably what I would do because I wouldn't want to wait for someone to mail me something. I'd probably just go and print them myself. But those are options for you. And then any other records that you can, provide showcasing your financial responsibility. Like if you have a 401k, if you have an IRA, or if you have money going automatically into a savings account of some sort, provide those records so that they can take a look and prove your credit worthiness. Now, working with lenders experienced in manual underwriting is crucial. Not all lenders do this. Not all lenders will take the time to manually underwrite a loan. So some institutions actually specialize in this approach and can guide you through the process effectively and make sure that you have everything that you need in order to get approved. Of course, Ramsey Solutions, they recognize Churchill as a bank that does a lot of manual underwriting. They're very good at it. They can get you approved. So check out Ramsey Solutions or check out Churchill, and they'll be able to take a look at what you've got and see if they can get you approved for a home loan. Now, while manual underwriting might not be the fastest path to home ownership, it does offer a viable alternative for those with those unique financial situations, like being a YouTube creator or like being a reseller on eBay or through, I was going to say Craigslist. Is Craigslist still a thing? People that have jobs that you don't get a regular paycheck every other week or every month, okay? Those of us that get 1099s. I shouldn't say those of us. I no longer get a 1099, so that's not even me anymore. But anyway, these manual underwriting process can make up for any gaps that you may have in terms of providing, working at Walmart for the last 6 years. You don't need that. You can provide proof of your income and proof of your expenses, proof of you paying your expenses, and that can help you get approved with manual underwriting, okay? So it's allowing a human touch in the evaluation process. So it opens doors that automated systems just might keep closed because they won't look at all the numbers like a manual underwriter will. If you get in contact with an underwriter and they're looking through your numbers, they may have questions. They may ask questions. They may ask for more information. They may ask for more paperwork. But that's the process that is worthwhile if you're really trying to buy a home and are ready to buy a home. If you're not ready to buy a home, don't bother. Don't waste your time. But if you're ready to buy a home, you have a large down payment, you have the income that can support the house that you're looking at, all the things, then doing the manual underwriting can help you actually get into a home. So share your experiences down below. Have you ever heard, first of all, heard of manual writing? Second of all, have you attempted to apply for something, for a loan that was manually underwritten? Or is this brand new to you? And do you have friends and family that maybe have used this type of program and have been able to get into a home even though they didn't expect they could? Leave comments down below. I love the comments. I love answering comments. I love responding to comments. I just love reading comments. It's interesting to read because everyone's perspective is so different on so many things. So it's interesting to read. So I think that's it. I think I've gone on too long. I think I'm starting to just ramble now. So be sure to invest in yourself today so you can make a difference for others tomorrow. And also give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. I thank you so much for stopping by today. Y'all have a great one.